There are some characters who, no matter how terrible the things they do, carry within them a fragility that makes them one of us. Joel and Macbeth are two men who, though created in different centuries, walk the same destructive path with similar emotions. One tries to survive in a modern post-apocalyptic world. The other risks everything for power and control in medieval Scotland, and both make irrevocable decisions for the sake of their loved ones. Joel loses his faith in life after losing his daughter, however. Meeting Ellie revives the father figure in him. Ellie is no longer just a friend. She is a hope that he replaces with his lost daughter, on the other hand. Macbeth is a loyal soldier who serves his kingdom. An honourable man, however. With the encouragement of his wife Lady Macbeth, he decides to kill King Duncan in order to seize the throne. His love mixes with his devotion to his wife, and this mix leads him into darkness. Joel's biggest crime is that he flooded a hospital with blood to save Ellie. He chooses Ellie at the expense of humanity's salvation. This turns him into an anti-hero rather than a hero. Ellie's life comes before everything else for him. But this decision leaves Ellie feeling betrayed, and their bond is shaken. Macbeth's crime is more classic. He killed a king to ascend to the throne. This single act leads him to more murders, more lies, and finally paranoia. His first crime is enough to tarnish the rest of his life. Joel's guilt in his last years is felt in the silence between him and Ellie. He tries to make amends, but the past has a heavy price. His collapse is silent, introverted, and woven with regret. Macbeth loses control over time. His guilt drives him closer to madness. He sees blood in his dreams, feels a threat in every shadow. His collapse is loud. He talks to ghosts, and is disconnected from reality. Joel's death is the emotional wound at the center of The Last of Us Part 2. His death drags Ellie into a dark vortex of vengeance. Like Joel, Ellie begins to make devastating choices for those she loves. Joel's legacy is a chain of violence. Macbeth's death is an expected ending. Macbeth, who won the throne with blood, is finally killed as he deserves, but his legacy is also a disaster. The peace that comes after him is only possible after so much loss. Joel: The Last of Us Part I finale. Ellie is about to be taken into surgery. Joel enters the hospital. His face is full of anger and fear. Critical line: I won't let you take her ... double quotes ... At that moment, Joel is faced with the dilemma of humanity or Ellie and chooses his daughter. Macbeth Act 1, Scene 7. Macbeth seriously considers killing King Duncan for the first time. He is torn between his conscience and his desire. Critical line: I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition. With Lady Macbeth's persuasion, he finally decides to kill. Similarity: both characters experience internal conflict. Morality and love or ambition clash. They eventually make the irreversible decision. Joel Hospital Massacre. Joel advances, killing the Firefly soldiers. He kills the surgeon. He takes Ellie. The music stops. Only gunshots and Joel's heavy breathing are heard. Macbeth King's Death Act 2. Scene 2. Macbeth kills King Duncan. He arrives with his hands covered in blood. Critical line: Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? Immediately after the murder, fear and remorse set in. Similarity: both are alone at the time of the crime. The emptiness and conscience within them immediately show themselves. Joel when he lies to Ellie. Ellie: Was everything real? Wasn't there anyone else who couldn't be saved? Joel looks away and answers, line. There were dozens like you. They've stopped looking for a cure. Macbeth lies and excuses after murder. Act 2. Scene 3. The crime is blamed on others so that the murder will not be revealed. Macbeth kills the guards with his own hands. Line: Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. Similarity: they cover up their crimes. They think they are protecting others by distorting their own truths. Joel tense silence with Ellie. Ellie and guitar scene. There is a distance between them. Ellie doesn't fully trust Joel. Joel's face is full of regret, emotions he can't express. Macbeth paranoia begins. Act 3. Scene 2. Macbeth is no longer comfortable. He suspects everyone. Line: Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. He plans new murders to maintain his power. Similarity: both become lonely. Their crimes consume them. Their relationships deteriorate. Joel killed by Abby. Joel confronts his past, which he has suppressed for years. There is a surrender in his death. He stops fighting. Ellie watches from afar, in pain. Macbeth Final Battle Act 5. Scene 8. Fights Macduff, is eventually killed. Line: play on. Macduff ... double quotes ... see the last moment. He realizes that his dream of kingship is futile. Similarity. Both pay the price for their past actions with their lives. Their deaths are not revenge for others. They are the shadow of their past. And Macbeth's stories are set in different times, but they are essentially the same. A journey that begins with love turns into obsession, leading to destruction. Were they both heroes, or were they simply men who succumbed to their own selfish desires? Perhaps, as Shakespeare said, how many reasons do we create to deceive ourselves? Just as Joel portrays saving Ellie as a choice made for humanity, just as Macbeth interprets taking the throne as fate.